Do y'all like this dramatic ass lighting, bitch? On motherfucking fleek around this piece, girl. Look, on fleek. On fleek. And y'all gonna have to excuse this hair because I call myself chopping it up. I'm gonna do some weird, I don't know what with it, but I'm in my office. Y'all know I said that the sun rises over my office between like 7:30 and 8 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock now. Y'all see the little bootleg ass TV I have it here in my office. That's all I need. Okay, that's all I need in here. But anyway, apparently, bitch, I got fired today. Girl, let me try to move to some without all the fuck it. I kind of like that dramatic ass shit where the sun bounces off of my beautiful face. Y'all like that shit? Y'all like that shit? All right, anyway, but it's early as hell in the morning, and this girl on my personal Facebook page, she felt compelled to send me a message from a job that, bitch, let me tell y'all something. I haven't worked at this place in almost, wow, I left there back in 2011 or some shit like that. 2010, 2011. I don't even remember. That's just how long it's been. But she sent me a message. She was like, girl, for some odd reason, people just wanted to discuss you at work today because I did work there. In case, I think I told you guys this before, that I did work at this place for, wow, it was my very, very first job. I started there when I was 18 years old, and I worked there up until 2013. So I was there like almost 6 years or something like that. Something like that. But I was there for a very long time. But what these bitches got it fucked up at this bitch. No, you did not fire me, bitch. I quit. Okay? You did not fire me. I quit. I didn't even put in a 2-week notice at this motherfucker. That's just how ghetto, ratchet, and bootleg the job was. Okay? I left because I had another job because they was on some other shit. This is a job that I told you guys that the manager was having sexual relations with one of the workers. We would be at inventories and things, and this particular manager would be back at the office while we're at inventory, supposed to be having inventory. He would take one of the girls, one of the people that he was having relations with, back to the office because he knew nobody was going to be in there because we were all at the inventory, and they would be having sexual relations in there. And when we had to go in there and transmit our shit, you go up in there smelling like Badusa, you know? So they were just on all kinds of bullshit. He would be logging into the machines and shit and counting for her, making her average seem higher so she can get more money. He was doing all kind of shit. So naturally, I knew it was time for me to get the fuck up out of there. But I just think it's funny as hell that these motherfuckers said I got fired. I don't know why they just decided to discuss me after, bitch. How long does it? Bitch, that's been damn near 5 years, bitch. I done moved on and I done moved up away from that shit. Like I said, I was there since I was 18 years old. Okay, that was my very first job. And you know how back in the back right there, I used to be afraid of change. I used to be afraid to leave my comfort zone. So when I left that place, I felt like it was just the end of the world because that's all I ever knew as far as the job is concerned. That's the only job that I had ever in my entire life had. So yeah, shout out to these motherfuckers who basically telling me, bitch, you done got fired, bitch. Stop. Why y'all discussing me and stop though? Why y'all discussing me? But anyway, we're gonna move on super professionally, okay? I wanted to encourage you guys, bitch. Why did I leave out of the fucking light? I was gonna go downstairs to make me something to eat, but obviously that ain't gonna pop off on today. But I want to let each and every one of you guys know that today you guys need to tune in to the Oxygen channel to check out the Prancing Elites. In case you guys do not know who the Prancing Elites is, and I need to sit the fuck down because number one, my fucking arm is getting tired and I need something to rest it on. You guys need to check out the Prancing Elites today. If you guys don't know who the Prancing Elites are, the Prancing Elites are a group of young African-American men who just so happen to be gay, who live in Alabama, Mobile, Alabama to be exact. I don't know if they've moved, but I know that they live in Mobile, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. You guys, if you don't know, I live in Alabama, okay? And, bitch, that's a story all of its own. You know, Alabama be on some other shit. If it was not for my mother and my father, 9 times out of 9, I would not be in Alabama at this particular point in time. I just would not. Okay. Of course, we all know that I talk about my dad all the time. He's dead and gone, but my mother is still here. If it wasn't for my mom, I would not be in Alabama. Let me just say that right here and right now. Okay. But Alabama is so judgmental when it comes to people being gay, when it comes to interracial relationships. People in Alabama are just judgmental, period. Number one, Alabama is one of the brokest states in the country. And for the simple fact that they won't even vote the casinos in the lottery. Why the fuck not? Because they feel like it is against God's will for us. They do not feel like we need to have the lottery. My thing is this. We have fucking schools that are so fucking broke that they're failing because you have one teacher to 40 fucking students because they can't afford to hire more teachers. You have schools that have books from back when I was in fucking school. I graduated in 2003, okay? I graduated in 03. Ain't no way in the hell somebody today should be using my book from 03. Look, let me tell y'all something. This is true story, okay? True motherfucking tea. When I was in school, I had a book that my auntie had, okay? A book that my auntie had. We used to actually, let me tell y'all something. We used to have people who used to actually search for books that had their old family members' name in it. It was some people who had books that their mom's name was in. I mean, you know how you can write your name in the book that is assigned to you, etc., etc. People used to look for books that had their old family members' name in it. These schools are so broke around here that they can't even afford new textbooks for students. They can't afford new textbooks. The schools are run down. Now you got a lot of schools that are even requiring parents to purchase toilet paper to send to school with their children. When I was going to school, they did not, look, bitch, my mama didn't buy no toilet paper. She didn't buy no paper towels. I understand that things are higher now. I understand that. But when I tell you, you got these damn schools now, they send a fucking list home out the ass of things that they need you to buy to send to school with your children. I'm talking about paper towels, toilet paper. They be wanting you to buy goddamn 100 boxes of crayons. Motherfucker, my child ain't gonna use no goddamn 100 boxes of crayons. But I know why they do that. They do that because they know it's gonna be other children that are not gonna be, their parents are not gonna be able to afford to purchase them a lot of things, and they want the extra stuff for the other children. I get it. You know, I get it and I understand, and I feel sorry for those children. But it's sad that, you know, schools are so fucking broke now that parents damn near had to spend $200, $300 on supplies that their children hardly ever going to use. Like, I know for a fact, half of this shit that these people send to school, these kids ain't using up on their fucking own. Hand sanitizer. I'm talking about buckets and buckets of the shit. The big ones, they want you to purchase those big ass things of hand sanitizer. And I know damn well ain't no kindergartner using no 4 large things of hand sanitizer. They got to purchase hand soap, dish detergent. They got to purchase, a lot of times, they had to purchase chalk for the teachers. The shit is just crazy, all kind of bananas. And for this shit to go on in Alabama, for Alabama to be so fucking broke, and for them, because if you get the lottery and the casino, a lot of that money will go towards schools and things like that, for books and, you know, lunches, all those types of things. The money will go towards that stuff. But Alabama is so fucking country that they refuse to pass the law or bill. People refuse to vote on getting the lottery here in Alabama because they feel it's just so against God's will. But bitch, I done went all into a motherfucking rabbit hole to simply say that the prancing elites, let me tell you how the prancing elites came about, to my knowledge. Like I said, they're from Mobile, Alabama. And in 2013, there was a Christmas parade in Montgomery, and this young lady, I guess she was the organizer of the parade, she had contacted the prancing elites to perform in the parade, you know, just march in the parade and dance or whatever. And one of the young men that is a part of the prancing elites, he said he told her that we are a group of black men who dance, basically. And she was like, oh, cool, you know, that's different. We've never had men at the thing. I don't know if the lady knew that they were gay or if she knew that they were flamboyant. I don't know if the specifics of it. I don't know if she actually knew this shit before she, you know, invited them. I don't know. It really doesn't fucking matter. But they got there and them country motherfuckers went off. I'm talking about a lot of people were leaving. They were saying, you know, y'all should have told us these folks were going to be here so we could have, you know, made a decision as to whether or not we wanted our children to be here. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. They it was other Christmas parades that they wanted to go to where they were denied permits to be able, because you know you got to have a permit to be able to march in the parades and all that stuff. I don't know about where you are, but here you got to have permits because, you know, I guess liability. I don't fucking know, but you got to have permits. They were denied permits because they were gay dancers, and I guess people did not want to see gay dancers. Alabama is just all kinds of backwards. I understand people's religious beliefs, but damn, can you just at least let people be people? I understand that they're men. I understand that they wear the little leotard things, you know, that women wear. I understand that, but what's the difference between them wearing it and when women wearing, you know, overly provocative things? And it's not even provocative, it's just a fucking leotard. It's the same thing that majorettes wear. It's not like they're walking around out there with their fucking dicks hanging out or anything. I just think it's, you know, Alabama is all kind of backwards. And like I said, if it wasn't for my mother, you know, when my mother leave this earth in 300 years, you know, because she ain't going nowhere for 300 years. Or my mama leave here, I'm gonna die, okay? She's not going nowhere for 300 years. But my mama leave this earth in 300 years, I'm leaving this motherfucker, okay? Period. Point blank. I want to have a life outside of Alabama. Alabama is just way too whack attack for me. I don't know. I want to see and experience shit for whatever reason. But yeah, please check out the Prancing Elites tonight. They will be on Oxygen at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have it on record because I already know I'm probably going to be working. And I have no idea where I left off at because I got a fucking phone call. You know what? I'm gonna get me one of them goddamn Canon Vixia minis. That way I don't have to worry about folks calling my damn phone when I'm in the middle of recording a video, because it seems like it's the only time people want to call me when I'm recording. But check out the Prancing Elites tonight on Oxygen at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just check them out and hear their story and all that good stuff. Also, yeah, shout out to the motherfuckers who kept telling folks I got fired for whatever reason. Bitch, you know, I quit, okay? I quit. Remember that shit. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video, family. Bye.